Hey yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another Guild Wars 2 PvP build guide. I might include a clip of gameplay as PvP is slowly recovering. It's still a bit cancerous though from Heart of Thorns and all the new builds that have come with it, but I've been testing out Scrapper. Like I said, I was going to make a Scrapper build or play around with it at least, and I found something really effective and strong, similar to another build of mine, the Cele, the Celestial Rifle Engineer, but this is like a Celestial Hammer Engineer with an elixir gyro explosions hybrid type of thing. So I really enjoy the gyros or gyros, whatever. I call them gyros. Some of them are really powerful, some of them are pretty weak. I really enjoy this one because it gives you an instant self-destruct pretty much. So it deals a lot of damage and it launches a foe. It's unblockable, has a massive range, and then it charges up to the foe, deals a bit of extra damage, knocks them back, dazes them, and drops a lightning field. And in this lightning field you can do things like blast them, leap out of them, and then you gain the super speed buff, and then super speed regens 470 health per second for you. So that's probably the strongest point of the build. Gives you a lot of access to survivability through a lot of the traits that we have. We have access to a lot of super speed and a lot of lightning fields. So then there's also a new rune. I'm not sure if it's actually new or if it's just a changed name of a rune, but Rune of Durability is really strong. So it gives us 20% boon duration, 175 toughness, and 125 vitality. So we're quite tanky, up at 2764 armor and 23k health. For an engineer, that's quite tanky. Then we have pretty low power, but our power goes up with some might. We still don't really hit hard, but what's it called? We have high condition damage as well as high power damage. And then with we have high crit chance as well, not high, but it's about 1/3. Grenades launch 3 grenades per hit, so that's about 1 crit every grenade. I don't know how else to explain it. It's not too bad, not too good. Then crit damage 187%, not too high, but we don't crit too often, so it's not that bad. Then we have 45% boon duration from another trait here that gives us 20% boon duration plus the 25 from this trait. That puts us plus the 20. Plus the 25. That's only 20 actually, and this is only 20. So I wonder why we have 45. That's a bit odd, but I won't complain. And so that gives our boons a lot of extra duration, and we have access to a lot of regen as well, things like that. So I'll get into the sigils. So battle sigil, so that stacks might for us, gets our power up, and then doom for the extra condition and poison. Then we have the durability rune, I already ran through it, gives you boon duration. Then the number 4 skill gives you a chance when struck to gain protection and regen for 3 seconds and resistance for 1 second. So there's just a few extra boons, and these scale with your boon duration. Then Cele Amulet, 560 to all stats. I wonder if they're going to add the new stats. So with the release of Heart of Thorns, they added a stat called Expertise, which increases your condition duration. I think it's like every 15 expertise is 1%, maybe 10. I'm not sure about those numbers though. And then concentration, which increases boon duration. So I wonder if they're going to add any amulets which have these stats. Oh yeah, they actually already did. That's really cool. But yeah, there's quite a few new amulets as well then. Wow, I haven't seen these. Power, Precision, Sinister Amulet, that's awesome. How much does that cost? 10 gold. Okay, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. So onto the trait lines. So from we just run Celestial Amulet. I might try out some of these in other builds later, so expect to see a few of these in my builds. And then we have Alchemy, Explosives, and Scrapper. So Scrapper gives us access to the hammer and the gyro, which we make use of. Explosions gives us access to decent condition pressure and grenades. It gives us reduced cooldown on our grenade kit, and it increases some damage on mortar kit. And we have actually shrapnel's a really good skill. So your grenades give bleeding and cripple. It's a low chance, but it adds up with the amount of grenades you chuck. And then Alchemy gives us access to pretty much elixirs and a bit of CC defense. So we run like one of each of these things, which is actually pretty cool. And the turret is like an explosion kind of thing. It actually knocks them back in one of the traits, but I'll get into it here. I'll actually go through it over here. So in Alchemy we have you automatically drink elixir B whenever you go below 75% health, so that's a free proc of elixir B, and this has a 32-second cooldown. Then we have gain protection whenever you are stunned or CC'd, and This applies once every 5 seconds, so if a warrior does a hammer rotation to you, like hammer 4, Earthshaker, hammer 2 or something like that, you just take 33% less damage, which is nice. Then the first condition applied to you turns into a boon, so people usually open with things like Immobilize or a long duration condition. It just gets turned into a boon, which is really nice, especially for the Immobilize. And then we automatically drink Elixir S, which turns you into a really small, invulnerable character, and you can easily recover from this and heal up after that, or leap away, or kite, things like that. It's pretty useful, similar to Vampirism Rune. Then throwing or consuming elixirs removes a condition, so we have access to a bit more condition removal, because I found a big problem with this build was it didn't have a lot of access to condi clear. I used to run Flame Kit, but then I played around with it a bit more, and the HGH traits seem to work a lot better. So then elixirs grant might, and have reduced recharge, and have increased duration, so that's the big elixir trait. So it also works with the throne version of the elixir, which gives us stability, and one of the following boons, and might guaranteed, and then a condition clear. So if you see there, where it says swiftness, it says 2166 heal, just from that swiftness, so that's pretty nice as well. And then if you see this here, super speed doesn't tell you how much it heals for, but the swiftness actually heals for quite a lot, and we get a lot of it. Also, if you blast a lightning field with your healing turret, you gain swiftness, and that's our only blast apart from orbital strike. Then in explosives, we have, when you dodge, you drop a keg on the ground. It's just a bomb auto attack on the ground, a bit of extra damage for you. Then Grenadier, so this increases the velocity of your grenades, and they move faster, so this is with the trait on, so they move there a bit quicker. And the explosion radius is a bit larger. Without the trait, they move there a bit slower, as you see. They take a lot longer to get there, and the explosion radius is a bit smaller. Then we have aim assisted rocket, which seeks a rocket at your foe, 33% chance on hit. You'll see it here soon. So that rocket there hit for 1k damage, not bad. It's also an explosion, and explosions cause vulnerability, so that's how a vulnerability stacks up very high. Then improved damage from explosions, so that means all your grenade kit skills deal 10% more damage, and all your mortar kit skills, and your tool belt skills as well. Then explosions have a chance to cause cripple and bleeding. This is where the Celestial Amulet makes good use of the condition damage, and you can get some pretty good condition pressure off. We actually can stack up the bleeding pretty high. And with the vulnerability, we do quite a bit of condition pressure damage. Even with mortar kit, we can probably get some. That was our gyro there. We switch to mortar, and this is our big grenade barrage. And we have quite a few conditions on him there. I really enjoy the bleeding from grenade 2. It automatically gives 3 bleeds, and maybe a 4th bleed if you trigger the shrapnel trait. Especially the grenade 5 as well, adds quite a few more conditions. And mortar 3 and 2 apply chill and poison. It's really nice for dropping it in team fights with the 1500 range thing. And then we have Scrapper, which the minor skill gives us access to hammer and gyros, and it also gives us access to a function gyro, which is a unique skill, which when you start stomping or reviving an ally, a gyro instead does it for you. So let's say you stomp a necro or a warrior or like someone with a CC like a guardian, you will get CC'd, but your gyro won't, and it will finish the stomp. And then we have also, when rezzing, if you get knocked back from the res, your gyro will finish the res or something like that. Then whenever you use a leap finisher or blast finisher in a lightning field, it applies super speed to you. 3 seconds of super speed is a 1300 heal, which is pretty nice. And then whenever you revive or finish an ally, you gain 4 seconds of super speed, which is about a 1800 heal, and 5 stacks of might. Then rapid regeneration, of course, I already spoke about this. Swiftness heals you, and super speed heals you. Then we also have the duration of your outgoing stuns and dazes is increased, so your hammer 5 days lasts a lot longer, or stun. And our gyro dazes as well, and that's knocks back, so I'll show off the gyro here in a bit, but let's first show off a lightning field leap combo. So you hammer 5, then hammer 3, then you can drop an orbital strike, and then drop your gyro and immediately blast it, and then that will get blasted. and it knocks them back as well, so you can use that on downed foes because it's a launch. Then your auto attack on hammer stacks a bit of extra might as well. And we have then finally gyros grant super speed and create a lightning field when destroyed. So this works with your function gyro as well. It automatically destructs whenever you finish the stomp or res, and then it drops a lightning field and gives you super speed. So we have access to 2 blasts. Our heal finisher is also a blast here, so you can drop your lightning field and then maybe blast it and heal through it and leap, and you get a bit of super speed from that. So that's pretty powerful. And the turret knocks them back, as you saw there. We have a block on our hammer for 2 seconds, which is pretty strong, and then you also strike foes in front of you while blocking. So it's a block combined with a hit. That's why I really like the skill. The hammer 2 is a whirl finisher, and you reflect projectiles for about 1 and a bit seconds, I think. And that's actually really powerful for reflecting about 3 or 4 shots of a ranger pew pew, a guardian pew pew longbow, necro, staff, death shroud, anything like that. And this is a leap finisher that can get you actually pretty far, 1000 range, so that's about this far. And then you leap up to the final attack. The auto attack just gives you might. And if you want to know some other abilities, you can check out my engineer class guide. But I'm not going to go through everything in this video. I'll maybe add a video of gameplay after this, so if it's in the video, it's in the video. If it's not, that means the PvP game was pretty bad. But yep, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you enjoy my PvP build videos, and I'll have a few more coming soon, especially with those new amulets and all the new builds that have come through with Heart of Thorns. I might make a condi shield mesmer. But yeah, the blast gyro, you pretty much press it, it shoots a shot so it can track the guy, then it goes to the guy and explodes. So that's how that works. And it also gives you access to a stun break. So this is the stun break with the build, and we have access to stability. The stun break also gives you super speed, which again regenerates health. So that was that. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe for more videos. Like if you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.